I did a search warrant one time when I was on the gang unit, and long story short, I just put a new radio pouch on. It wasn't what I wanted. I think one of the cords were loose or broken. And I was like, it'll be okay. Well, I'm searching through this closet, bend down, and I don't hear it fall out. So search warrant's done. We're leaving. We're going down the road. And somebody got on the radio. It's a lady. And she's like, Mr. Policeman, you left your walkie-talkie. And this is on the big channel where all the calls come out. And I'm like, oh, man, somebody's in a lot of trouble. What an idiot. They've left their radio. So like, phones start ringing and I answer and it's my sergeant. And he's like, Cook, I need you to touch your radio. Let me know you got it. I'm like, Sarge, I'm driving. It's in my vest in the back seat. He's like, nah, man, touch it for real, please. We got to figure out whose radio this is. She isn't going. I'm like, I'm listening. It's hilarious. And so I grab my vest, I pull it up front, and I'm like, looking at my radio pouch, and I don't see it. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, I gotta go. It's my radio. So I hang up, phone up, man. I turn my blue lights and sirens on. I go right back down Murchison Road. I get up to the house. Obviously, the whole hood's out there right now because we just had the gang unit. We had VCAT. We had, we're got all these kids in handcuffs. We're pulling guns out. It's a whole scene out there right now. And I get out the car, man. She's got my walkie-talkie by the antenna. And she's like, piggy, piggy, piggy. Piggy, piggy, piggy. And what do I say? Like, I'm like, I just walk up and I'm like, yes, ma'am. Sorry about that. Right. Everybody in the neighborhood's laughing at me, calling me piggy, piggy. But the most embarrassing, 30 seconds of my life. So from there on out for months, bro, I'd have pigs on my desk, little stuffed pigs. I'd have them mailed to my house, just people playing jokes on me. But, that's, if I just would have checked you'll never, anybody that knows me, you'll know that my plate carrier and my belt and my uniform will always be squared away. I might not be. My hair might be crazy. My beard might be wild. But, dude, my equipment will always be good, dude, period.
I'm the same way. I can remember we had a mission profile overseas where we had to be up and flying on a time-sensitive timeline, which was fast. And if you're sitting there as the flight lead, I would be with the staff and the ground force leaders planning the plan real quick. Everybody else would move to the helicopter's load. The helicopter may even be running by the time I get there. And I'm jumping in the lead seat, coming on the radio and telling everybody fucking, hey, this is what we're doing. This is where we're going. Fucking follow me type thing, right? Well, I would put my gear in the seat exactly the fucking way I wanted it, knowing that I was going to have to jump in, strap it on, and go fly a combat mission. You could ask any fucking crew chief or any pilot in that unit, do not fuck with Bruno's gear. Do not move it. If you need to do a maintenance run, you need to tell him it was moved an inch, because I had my stuff exactly how I wanted it. And I just was that way about my gear. And it proved me right so many times, because I cannot tell you, in a fucking flash, you're off and you're flying and you don't come back for 3 days. You fucking leave one place and you're RONing at other places because you got into follow-on ops. And you're like, this is why I'm that much of an ass about my gear.
As you should be.
So
when things go south, it needs to be there.
Well, the other thing is in both lines of work, that stuff that's on your body is your life support system.
Yeah.
That is truly, there's a reason you're carrying. For me, I am never these guys that have just so much shit. I have what works and what I fucking need, and the couple items for contingencies for that. Oh shit. Other than that, it's it. I want to be lean, mobile, and move.
Yeah.
So
same way.
It's so funny too, as I remember the days, and this goes way back, when everybody used to wear, and I'm talking, I fucking couldn't stand it, big drops on their holsters. And everybody would have, and you try and run with that fucking big drop on a side leg holster. I still see pictures of.
There's cops that still wear those, man.
Oh yeah.
You have to lift your body up to grab your gun.
Well, the thing about it is too, is you've obviously never fucking run ever with that gun. And
Oh,
by
you're
the way,
definitely not pulling it out running.
no. And oh, by the way, it's just beating the fuck out of your leg if it doesn't come out of the holster on its
Yeah.
own. But why wouldn't you have your weight up on your fucking hips? Anyhow,
Dude, I see it down here. I don't understand that.
no, me either. It's
Faster draw. No, it's not.
well, and even look at, and this is something you're seeing now. All the police departments have adopted it. Well, I say all the tactical teams. If you look at what body armor used to look like, you look like you're in a fucking bomb suit.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the big fucking high neck, the fucking shoulders, the full side plates. I was telling who the hell, I was just talking to somebody the other day, that's a early 80s guy too. I want to say the first plates that we saw that were ceramic, I want to say like each plate was like 25 pounds front and back. It was insane. You're like, why the fuck do I? And they were one-shot plates. If it took a single round, it was done.
Yeah.
And the morph of plates. I just did a shoot the other day. We're working with a company right now called Angel Armor that they're building us some really neat stuff for a product we're designing. But I just shot into soft armor that's going to go in something we're building that I would say is probably a 1/4 inch thick. At point blank, I shot 5.56 AP into it, 9 rounds and zero
What?
and no penetration. I mean,
That's
it's
insane.
next level shit. But that's what you have to be able to combat nowadays, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Did you ever think that you'd be wearing something like that in combat?
no, I mean, you look at that plate carrier that's up on that shelf over there and how streamlined it is.
Yeah. Versus what it used to be 20 years ago.
Yeah, fuck, dude. It just full wraparound mummy suit. But I think that the first place we saw, so our plates were always trimmed much leaner than police officers were. But I think that when Afghanistan hit, that's really when gear got cleaned up because when guys had to, walk up a 4,000 foot elevation transition and then go to work, it changed the whole fucking game. And it changed the game on everything. That's one thing I'll say is, so I had, at 9/11, I was right at almost the 20-year mark, was right there. The gear, guns, ammo, optics, comms, all that stuff from 81 to 2001 was at a creep. We would develop something out of fucking need and it was good enough. Gear from 2001 to 2011, that my last 10 years, fuck, man, it just seemed like every year was next gen, state of the art. Now you look at what's out there today in the civilian world.
That's wild.
I mean, it's
wild.
It's insane to think that I can walk into a store as a civilian, get quad tube knobs, a fucking ballistic helmet that's rifle rated, fucking ultra lightweight, neutral buoyancy fucking plates. All my optics are fucking red dot laser. It's.
And then 30 years ago, the Army barely even had any of it. The military
didn't have jack and shit.
It's pretty wild to think about. But man, the evolution of gear went through the roof.
But it won't.
Well, now look at it in LE. Like, when I first joined the tactical team in 2015, I bought my own high cut ops core helmet in black. And you would have thought that was like something crazy. Then I bought a Velocity System Scare plate carrier. And everybody was like, they still kind of had the shoulder pads. And then, man, like over the last 10 years, and even in law enforcement, now you see teams that look like they're tier 1 units, and slick kits, panos, lasers. It's like, man, even 10 years in the LE world, how it's shifted so much is insane. Because now a lot of these companies are having to spend money, to the LE guys because there's no more war going on. So now they're developing. Now it's new radios for LE, new radios, but also they're keeping track for the next war that pops off because there's always going to be another war eventually. They're still making money over here, but now when the war pops off, they've still kind of carried on the technology that they can work off of.